Hello guys, welcome to the World Al-Nassr. I'm Khadzen Mohabi. Please subscribe before we continue with this video. Al-Nassr news transfer, we are linked with two players, but let's start with Kingsley Coman because it seems like this is a legit link. Most journalists in Germany, they are talking about this issue, including now Fabrizio Romano posted about it, that Al-Nassr is on negotiations with Bayern Munich for Kingsley Coman. I was talking about a winger. It seems like we're going to get the winger, but I thought maybe we're going to replace Angelo. I don't know if he's going to play on that position of Angelo. Guys, this is going to be another good signing. Don't forget, yesterday we signed Inigo Martinez. What a good signing! One of the best center backs now in the world. The leadership, we're going to have that person. I was talking about this issue, talking about Mohamed Simakan, that my belief is to get a European center back who's going to lead Mohamed Simakan, and it seems like we finally have Inigo Martinez. It's a done deal. I don't know, we can't say it's a done deal, but I think today or tomorrow, I don't know when is his medical, but either today or tomorrow. But he's supposed to join the training season. Now Al-Nassr is in Portugal, but on Sunday we are playing Almeria. Yesterday we won 4-0 against Rio Ave. Cristiano Ronaldo with a hat-trick, and Mohamed Simakan. And then from here we have to get another. I think we'll have to sign another player. I think for Bushal, because yesterday we played Bushal instead of Sultana, and I think Bushal, he's going to be a starter. So if we have Bushal and then we have Sultana, I think we'll be fine. The way Yaya played yesterday, I think we can say now we have that the right back will be fine. And then therefore now we have closed the position of Laporte. Laporte is still in Al-Nassr, but he will be leaving. He's leaving this season, and then now we have to close the position of Otavio. But I still think Al-Nassr will sign another player, another one after Kingsley Coman. I think they will still sign another player, maybe a right back, and then a left back, but we'll have to sign a defender, I believe so, and another midfielder. I still believe they can sign, because Angelo and Wesley, they are how many years is Angelo? 20, and Wesley 20. So under 21, both of them. So meaning if they are under 21, meaning we can still sign how many? Two players. We can still sign 2 players, and in total we can have 12 players. Yes. So now we have Ronaldo. We have Felix, Mane is 3, Marcelo is 4, and then Bendo, Mohamed Simakan is 5, 6. Yes, so we have now Inigo Martinez is 7, and then And then if we sign Kingsley Coman, we'll have 7, 8, and then I still believe we can sign up to 10. Up to 10 players, and then all in all we can have 12. Yes, because we'll have to play the Champions League 2 and we'll have to play the Kings Cup, so it's gonna be a long journey from the 19th of August. I had one of my brother here in YouTube. I was watching him and he was a little bit confused about the fixtures of so let me just help here. We're going to play on the 19th of August. We are going to play the Super Cup, the Saudi Super Cup. We're going to play the Super Cup in Hong Kong. Last year it was hosted in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. So after that is the third. On the third is the final of the Super Cup, and then I think it must be between that. On the 27th, it will be. I think it's going to be the beginning of the league. The fixtures are not yet released, but we can say on the 27th. Because on the features now, when you go and Google, you get two. You get the first is the Super Cup, and after the Super Cup, then you get the Kings Cup on the 21st of September. So it can be. Last year we played the first. We played the Super Cup. I think around. I'm not sure, but you can say around the 18th. I think it was on the 18th of August. We played the Super Cup. And then after playing the Super Cup, and then we play, and then after then we then came back, and then we played 2 games. I think it was around the 24th or the 25th of August last year, and then we played the 2 games. The first game against Al Riyadh, and then where we played 2-2, and then we played Al Ahly 1-1, and then the players and then attended the international break, and then even in 2023 we played the Club World Cup, the Arab Championship, and then after the Arab Cup, then we then play. Then it started on the 28th of July 2023, and it's ended around 21 or 22nd, and then the following week around the 24th, the 25th of August, and then we started the league. So it's not the delay. Last year we played Europa played National League, National Cup, Euro Nations Cup, but we still started around this time. So the following week, this coming week, there's going to be the beginning of the Premier League, English Premier League. After that, then followed by the La Liga, followed by the Serie A, followed by the Saudi League. So yes, I was just saying it's not the delay of the Club World Cup, no. Still, and I think this has been the reason why Al Hilal was affected, because remember Al Hilal left the Club World Cup around the 6th of July, around that week of the 6th of July, and then it ended on the 13th of July, but still Al Hilal said they are not going to be able to attend the Super Cup, the Saudi Super Cup. This thing, I think that's why, because remember Chelsea played the final on the 13th, but then Chelsea will play when they start around the 15th next week. So the first game for Al Hilal will be after next week, which is on the 2nd. So I think at the end of the day, that's why the federation said no, it's not going to work, because I think it was a long time. If you count from the 6th until now, until on the 19th, it's a month and some 2 weeks, I think. 1 month, 2 weeks, if not a week. So when you look at Paris Saint-Germain, which plays, I mean, it played the final of the Club World Cup, but still it will play the Super Cup on the 13th next week. I think it will be next week. We can say next week, 1, 2, 3 is going to be on Wednesday. They're going to play the final of the Super Cup, the European Super Cup. So I think this is the reason why Al Hilal has been affected by this thing. By their complaint was never taken into consideration. So all in all, guys, I think we're going to have now the last two signing. I've been talking about the winger. Now it seems like Al-Nassr is going to close this deal between Al-Nassr and Kingsley Coman. Some reports says already Bayern Munich rejected the first offer. Of course, according to the first reports, it says it's £22 million. They've rejected that offer. We'll see. But some reports says there is no offer on the table, never. And I believe that Al-Nassr, because this is what I was talking about, that Al-Nassr, the way they are doing the business this season is very, very interesting, because when you look at Al-Nassr, I mean, they didn't bid for many players. They just waited. So I think if they're going to bid, that's where they will know that this player is interested to come and play for Al-Nassr in the Saudi League. So, but it seems like the player is open to come to play in the Saudi League, because now it's between Al-Nassr and Bayern Munich. So if Al-Nassr agrees the terms with Bayern Munich, therefore already the player is open. Of course, Luis Diaz is in Bayern. So one issue that the Kingsley is now leaving is because he will never maybe agree to go back into bench as a bench player now. And this is the season of the World Cup, of course, any player. But this is what I was interested on, that we have to buy players, the players which are going to come and play in Al-Nassr, so that they can then respond, but play well. I mean, keep their best, so that they can be elected to go and play for their national teams in the World Cup 2026. So this player, the first player, which is our defense now, Inigo Martinez, he wants to go and play that World Cup. So you know how he's going to play for this season. And then if we get Kingsley Coman, he wants to go and play. So of course, you know how he's going to play. So absolutely, what we did this season, we must thank the Al-Nassr. All in all, the rumor says Ronaldo now this season have taken the control of this transfer season. The powers, one of the powers is for Ronaldo, I mean, to participate on transfers of this season. And if really that has been, it will be after signing only Inigo Martinez, Kingsley Coman, it will be the most successful since Ronaldo been there. I thought maybe 2023, but this season it will be one of the best season. We didn't just sign players because of their names. We sign the players which we require for their positions. I mean, we need Inigo. We need Martinez for that position of the center back. We don't only need him as a player, but we need his leadership from behind. I mean, for both even his substitutes, which is Abdul Al-Amri and Nada Al-Sharari. And then for our young star, Mohamed Simakan, He's the best player. He scored on the last game. This time again, he scored yesterday. But then when you look at that, and then we're going to have that player with that experience as the leadership, being a captain and coming into that team, we're going to, if someone don't see the development of Al-Nassr, including the Saudi League, this is going to be the league. For the first time, the European Big Five leagues, they have competition. Whether they can sit somewhere, and some people say it's not developing as the way it is. But look, Al Hilal, they're going to sign Darwin Núñez. It's clear. They've signed Theo Hernandez. It's clear. Al-Nassr signed Joao Felix. Of course, Al Ittihad. The signatures of these players, they don't buy players who are ready for retirements. No, they are buying players on their prime, players who are, Angel is 21, Bento is 25, but the way, Theo Hernandez is 27, I think he's 27. So this is going to be a one of those leagues which we're going to either have an alternative between the European leagues and outside Europe. And I'm happy because it's outside Europe. We've been watching the European leagues. So now we have to get a league outside Europe which is going to compete so that the football can have competition. We were linked again to a Brentford player. I don't know. For that player, I will talk about it on. Is a winger, but I don't think it's now important to talk about that player because it's like Martinez when we were linked to Andreas Christensen, and then at the end of the day we finally got Martinez instead of him. So even in this case, I think we'll end up with Kingsley Coman. So the Brentford player, I don't think we're going to go for that player. But if maybe I will talk about it when the right time, when he is really, really linked and everyone is talking about him. But I don't think we are going to. I think Kingsley Coman, where we are now, I think he's going to be the player which is going to sign with Al-Nassr. But remember, we promoted, Al-Nassr promoted Jose Samido into CEO, and then it seems like the way he's doing business and Simao Coutinho, that's this season, I think they outclassed themselves. This season has been that season. But with our Jorge Jesus, our coach, he knows this is a coach who went to Flamengo, win Copa Libertadores, and then went to Benfica, win 3 Portuguese Premier League, and then now and then he went to Al Hilal. Of course, we know what he did in Al Hilal, winning the Saudi League, winning the Kings Cup, winning the Super Cup. Winning the treble for Al Hilal. This time is in Al-Nassr. We have the coach, and then what I like about this season is that they are giving the coach what the coach needs, and then the coach was interested in Martinez, they just did so. He was interested in Joao Felix, they did so. And then Ronaldo clarifies the issue where it seems like some people were talking about Al-Nassr stealing Joao Felix from Benfica. He clarifies, he said one of the issues is that it's better for him to play in the Saudi League. There's competition, the best players are going to the Saudi, so it's better for him to come and play with the best players in the Saudi League. Of course, some people say he left there instead of going and playing for the Champions League, but he says the intensity and then his development, because now and even the coach give his input on this issue, because he says, he's been, and we can all now say we agree with what the coach says, because he says his form, he's not on his form, Joao Felix, now coming to Al-Nassr and being close to him, that's why he's going to develop and go back to his form. And then when we saw him last night, how he played, Joao Felix, very good. I mean, he was excellent. I mean, and the Saudi League now, the intensity, Jorge Jesus is that coach who needs all of your best. I mean, he wouldn't just stand there as our past coach, where even if, and then he's just going to remove you and put you in a bench. He will push him. I think Joao Felix, this is the best decision for himself. Of course, if you want to go back to Europe, he can do that after 2 seasons. And go and play back to one of these big teams if he wants to go back. But in 2 seasons, of course, one thing about the Saudi League now, I think the Asian Federation must develop their Champions League so that we can have 2 Champions Leagues. 2 Champions League, the European Champions League and the Asian Champions League, as one of the best Champions League. Of course, our CAF Champions League is developing, but money is the problem. Money is the problem. You can't say the Champions League, African Champions League, is going to be on the same level now, because we'll need to spend more money on our teams, on our leagues. We buy best players, and now they are expensive. I mean, one player 443 million pounds. How much is going to be when you buy from our countries? I mean, some is going to be more than $1 billion. This money, not even more than $1 billion, more than 10 billion, or close to 100 billion. So, of course, we have to develop our leagues, put the money on our leagues if we want these leagues to be on that level. But for now, we can have 2 Champions League. If the Asian can take this as an opportunity, if the Chinese league can look at their leagues and put the money and restructure it. I mean, they can copy what the Saudi are doing. I mean, the Saudi, what they are doing is very excellent, intelligent. I mean, they are not only buying players, old players, they are buying now mixed. They are buying even young stars, and then they are looking at their sporting directors, being your CEOs, and then they are buying the best coaches. They don't just buy players with their coaches, they buy best coaches into their league. So that boosts their leagues in all categories. So of course, guys, and then after here, I think on Sunday, after playing the league, the friendly against Almeria, I think it's going to be either our last friendly. I hope, and it's just my hope, that if we could just get one big team, I mean, from the Premier League or from La Liga, I hope we can get just maybe Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, we can get, maybe if we can get Atletico Madrid, because I think the schedule of Barcelona and Real Madrid, for Real Madrid it will be impossible, because the Real Madrid, if Al-Nassr plays with Real Madrid, is going to be a total calendar now, total different. They just going to arrange this thing, put it on the billboards, arranging this thing as a retirement match for Ronaldo, or the match to just celebrate the movement of for Ronaldo for being in Real Madrid as a legend of Real Madrid. So it's not just going to be easy even for Manchester United, but we can get, maybe if we can get Arsenal, is it going to be simple? If not, maybe Chelsea. It's just the hope that if we can get one team so that we can see, because it seems like these teams now, we are dominating these teams. I thought Rio Ave is just going to give us a tough game. We just we crushed Rio Ave yesterday. I mean, they were like it was 4-0. Somewhere, if Mane scored that penalty, it's 5. If Ronaldo scores that big chance missed from Felix, it's 6. They were lucky. They were beaten 4-0 yesterday. So if we can get one, even Benfica, even if we can get Benfica this year, or Porto, Benfica is not going to be easy for Benfica. So Benfica, we must keep Benfica out of this, because Benfica will have to play the second leg, I think, against Nice. They played with Nice for UEFA Champions League qualifications. So, of course, Benfica, they are not going to play they are not going to play they can't play with Al-Nassr for pre-season match. So you either get in Porto, and then you can get SC Braga, because SC Braga, they are playing for the Europa qualifications. So you keep them out of this, and then maybe you can get Sporting CP again, if you can get Sporting Club de Portugal. Yes, but all in all, guys, that's it. Let's wait for Kingsley Coman, if he will come to Al-Nassr. But please, guys, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Thank you very much, guys, and then put the notification bell, and then bye.